Hey guys, Super Gadget Guy here. This is the HTC Thunderbolt on Verizon Wireless. This is the first phone on their 4G network, and I used this phone a couple of days, and here's my thoughts on it. Overall design, it feels pretty good in the hand, especially with the rubberized back. The back cover is extremely painful to open. And I don't like the location of the volume adjustment. Is that when you try to open or use a power button, this is the only way to turn on and off. You naturally, because of the size of it, you press down, you naturally hits the volume rocker. These buttons right here, the bottom 4 buttons, the home, menu, back, and search buttons, they are not that bright, as you can see. So in the nighttime when you use it, and they are sort of hard to see. And also they don't sort of rotate when you do the landscape mode. They sort of stay the same, especially the menu sort of stay like that. Other than that, it's actually a pretty good phone. One about the design is the you see the charger right here. It's a MicroUSB. This is where you plug in the charging cable to charge the phone. The problem comes when you try to use the stand feature horizontally. There's no way for you to charge it without, of course, purchasing the supposedly upcoming charging stand. There's no way for you to plug it. When you leave it in the vertical mode, you can charge it, but the most stable mode, this way I feel like more safe. It doesn't really charge it. This way I feel like I can easily tip it over and break the phone. So overall design, it's okay, you know, not that bad. 4.3-inch screen, great. Since I never use any other phone other than the iPhone, the touchscreen to me is not as accurate as the iPhone touchscreen. Let me do something here. That sometimes when I try to touch something, it inadvertently touch something else. It's like it's not as precise as the iPhone touchscreen, even though iPhone screen is smaller. And then so let's talk about the network. This is the 4G. As you can see, I'm under the 4G coverage, and I downloaded the speed test app. So let's get to it, and then I can show you. I try to play around with all different kind of apps. Let's speed test, where are you? The speed I've been testing around up and down the Northern California, the San Francisco Bay Area. The speed varies greatly. Somehow because of caching issue, the upload speed is not very accurate. It's just like overly exaggerated. But download speed, I get anywhere from 1 megabit to 12 megabit. So this is a test. I have 2 bars on the 4G network. Right now I'm getting about 5 megabit, 6. So let's see what's the final score. So the final score for download is 7.48 megabit, and then this is on the 4G. I just turned off Wi-Fi. The upload is 29 megabit, it's just impossible. So this is about what average speed you will get. It is very, very fast. And latency is about 90 milliseconds, not bad. This is faster than most DSL line. I mean, 7.48 megabit per second. And the performance on the 3G is not bad either. And the automatic switch to 3G. I did have problem once where I have full coverage, but when I try to go to internet or market, it shows that I cannot access the network. And then when there's an iPhone next to me on Verizon, access internet just fine. So it must not be the network, but the phone software itself. So this phone, it is very fast. One of the problems I have with it is that, let me go to your webpage. It's not as smooth as, this is loading the full sfk.com website, not a mobile version, but the full PC version, whatever you call it. You see it's pretty fast. So once the page fully loads, when you scroll around with the finger, the page lags. It's not as smooth as an iPhone. So let's zoom in. Also the zoom action, after you zoom, this thing adjusts a little bit. Sort of defeats the purpose of, you know, I want to zoom precisely to where it is, but adjust to the layout of the page, try to sort of guess where you want it to go, but often it's wrong. So when you zoom it, you see that there's a little bit lagging with the text displaying, it's a little bit lagging. When you read full page of text, you can see that it's bugs me a little bit. So what happened is that when you try to zoom in, they will automatically focus on the column of text. So I'll show you. It's sort of similar to the double tap feature to zoom in, but you see it lags. I don't know if it's the special effect or the animation. It's not as smooth as the iPhone when you do a slow scroll, but that's just me. The biggest issue I have with this phone is its battery life. It is really, really fast in terms of application performance, in terms of network, but the battery is an issue. So if I don't use any feature, just let the phone sit. Somehow there are tons of background apps that just likes to open itself. So internet speed test, I turn on myself. Gmail, yes. City ID, I don't know what it is. I cannot uninstall it. It just leaves it on. Like a lot of the apps that comes default with the phone. City ID is one of them. I don't know, Rock Band, Rhapsody, VCast. I know these are Verizon specific, but you can't uninstall it. That's the thing. You cannot remove it, and they're always there. So that's what bugs me. It's like back to the PC days where PC manufacturers just install crapware on it that you cannot remove. At least on a PC you can. This one you cannot remove for whatever reason. Another thing is that the GPS function on the maps, it uses assist the GPS to give you a base location of where you are. But when you input a destination and want to do a direction guidance, you must turn on the GPS function. The assist the GPS on this phone will not give you navigation. Or like on an iPhone, which it will, which saves a lot of battery. It actually needs to turn on the GPS chip, which has been building a separate GPS, which is more accurate. But this GPS chip somehow does not aware of the assisted GPS to know that this is the approximate location. So it takes about a minute or two to warm up and get your precise location. And then after that, what's going to happen is your battery start draining super fast. I mean, this phone gets pretty warm. It's like a pocket warmer. And even if you turn it off, it's just like I tested. Within a 5-minute window, it drained 15% of battery. That's the problem with this battery consumption right here. So this morning when I used it, I didn't use anything except for internet browsing for maybe about 30 minutes. And then I just left this phone on my desk. I basically set up to check email and then all the default background tasks. And after 4 hours, basically half an hour of internet browsing on a 3G network, not 4G, I got a 15% battery warning. I know there's a $50 extended battery option, but I just feel like this is a brand new phone. With minimum usage, only lasts 4 hours, and I have to constantly unlock. It uses the task killer to manage what kind of background application is running on it and constantly try to kill it. Then why even allow me to have background application on it at all? Since I'm going to open internet, it's going to be starting something fresh every time. Why have the GPS function if before my trip is over, the battery ends? I mean, there's no point. And the battery charges slowly. I mean, I try to spend a lot of time. I don't know if it's a wrong charger. I try to use the iPhone AC to USB adapter. 4 hours only charge like 60%. I don't know. It just seems to me like this is a lot of phone with a lot of feature, but battery life makes this phone unusable. They basically give you a Ferrari with a 1-gallon gas tank. That's how I would put it. It's an awesome car. It's an awesome phone. It's super fast. Has all the features, but doesn't go very far from the gas station, from the power source. You have to constantly charge this thing. So I don't think this is going to be a keeper. I really like the LG network, I really like the LTE network, the 4G network from Verizon. Awesome coverage, awesome speed. But because of the battery issue, that's a deal breaker for me. I don't want to carry multiple pieces of charger, cable, battery, extended battery, battery cover, all that. I just want a piece of phone that I can use. So based on my 3G test with this phone, it's great. Verizon 3G has awesome coverage. So I am going to copy my wife, switch to a Verizon iPhone. So thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos and subscribe, and let me know if you have any comments. Please post below, and also check out my blog at supergadgetguy.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.